Hello everyone, my name is Alicia Twisted Turbans, and today I am here to show you guys my new hair color. Oh yes, I colored my hair. I no longer have my gray hairs, and the reason why I colored my hair and decided to no longer go gray is because I wanted to experiment more with color, and I just got tired of the gray hair strands. At one point I was like, okay, I'm gonna go all the way gray and just be vibrant with it and just accept my gray hairs. And then from there I was like, okay, I am now going to try to reverse the grays, but the problem with that is just it's taking forever for me to see any results as far as the reversal. And then I'll be back to my regular old hair color, my natural hair color. And, I wanted something a little different. I didn't want to just be, back to a dark, more of a dark brown hair color, and that's it. I wanted to a little bit more, and I love red. That's the primary reason why I hennaed my hair, and I hennaed my hair for many years, for a good 7 years or so. I was totally into henna. The only problem with henna is very time consuming and there's a lot of work involved, and I want something more, a little bit quick, that's not as time consuming to do. And the hair colors as far as henna is, or how I can really manipulate for as my hair and hair color for as henna goes, is that it's not much of a color line I can play with. And if I wanted to have an overall neutralized type of color, I would have to either play around with the henna, or I would have to lighten my hair before I apply henna over it. So still chemicals going to be involved regardless. So instead, I just decided just to use regular hair dye, chemical-based hair dye. It is, chemicals I'm using in my hair, instead of just, just using plain old henna. Now, in the past, the reason why I decided to go gray, because I was a little nervous about using permanent hair dye in my hair, because I was concerned about, damage, my hair becoming damaged over time. Because one thing with permanent hair dye fades over time, and especially if you're using permanent hair dye on a regular basis throughout the hair, especially as the hair fades and you're trying to do reapplications, it will alter the hair texture over time. And that was my main primary concern, is my hair texture being altered over time, and the potential of damage or irreversible damage being done to my hair over the time. But there's a method where you can grow your hair and not damage the hair, the ends, the middle of the hair strands, all the way down to the ends, without damaging that area, which will fade over time. There's a method to applying or coloring the hair to avoid that from happening. So I'm gonna go into more details about that, because that should be a whole nother video right there on how to do that, how to color your hair without, the reapplication of permanent hair dye from the ends or from the middle shaft of the hair all the way down to the ends. Now, permanent hair dye doesn't mean your hair is going to stay a beautiful permanent color forever. It doesn't mean that at all. Permanent hair dye just means that there's your hair will be chemically altered, and that's about it. It's just as a chemical alteration of the hair strands, and it will be chemically altered until you decide to cut it off. But you can maintain beautiful hair, beautiful highlights, beautiful, you maintain your beautiful hair color, just by proper hair care, maintenance, and using particular products that's going to help enhance and highlight your hair. So here I am going to show you guys the products that I use to do my hair or to color my hair. And the first one I use is by Age Beautiful, and this is 5G medium golden brown and 5RR medium intense red, by Age Beautiful. 5RR medium intense red. So the medium intense red has more of a purplish, pinkish color to it. So to calm it down a little bit, I use the 5G medium golden brown to give it more of a brownish tone, because if I use this alone with my grays, it will have like my hairline, especially since it's predominantly gray along my hairline, will be like a real like reddish pinkish color. It would really stand out compared to the other areas, the darker areas of my hair that sits towards the back, and it would look unnatural because I don't have like one toned hair throughout, and the front of my hair is white. But if you have like naturally dark hair, or if you have like moderate amount of grays, or your hair is predominantly, pigmented, which means you have your natural hair color, then this alone may work out well for you. But you want to tone it down a bit, use a brown. Or you can use, I have another color that I thought about using. It's more like a plum brown to give it more of a purplish tone to it. So I use like a plum brown. You can use a plum brown in your hair also. So when mixing your color or creating a colors for your hair, you want to start with a 20 volume developer, especially if you're only going 2 shades lighter than your natural hair color. 20 volume developer will do, but if you feel that your hair may be resistant to color, then go with 30. But I highly recommend you doing a strand test on your hair. I'll say like right behind the ear where you can hide it, and just do a strand test on your hair. Try first with a 20 volume developer. If you don't really like it, if the color is, it's not really where you want the color to be, then on the opposite side, try the 30 volume developer on your hair, along your hair strand, and see how that works. And if you like the 20 volume developer over the 30 volume developer over the 20, then use the 30. if the 20 volume developer is good, then just use that. Once you dye your hair, there's no need to do another full hair dye treatment at all. You're only going to focus on root touch-ups. I'm going to do another video on how to do a root touch-up as soon as my root starts to grow out and those gray strands start to pop up. I'm going to show you how to maintain that, your root touch-ups, and how to do a full one and just how to do just a minor one, just using regular hair dye to color your roots. There's another method to maintaining the mid shaft to the ends of your hair without causing damage at all to your hair, and I'm going to do a video on that. So if you're not subscribed to this channel, please subscribe now, because of my future videos. I'm going to show you how to maintain your hair without damaging the roots, the length of your hair. Because the only thing you're going to be using this for is root touch-ups only. And I guess that's just about it for right now. If you have any questions, please leave them in the comment section below. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel and click that like button and the notification bell. Thank you all for watching. You have a wonderful day. Goodbye.